Hey everybody, what we're going to be tying tonight is a boas caddis. It's a combination caddis pattern and a parachute, a little dry fly pattern, so let's get started. Now we've got a number, actually it's number 15 102Y Timco hook, but for when we do it in class we'll do it on 14. Hare's Ear Plus chocolate dubbing, okay. Uni thread 6/0 dark brown. Antron yarn, right. Brown saddle hackle. Alright, well, let's get started here. Okay, first thing of course we're going to do is get the thread started on the hook. I'll come back to about the barb, trim it right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wax it. And we're going to put a layer of dubbing on it. Now, a caddis body is more, it's not as tapered like a mayfly, so I'll kind of keep that in mind when you dub this. And I know that's sometimes easier said than done, but let's get it started just like that. Remember the rule of dubbing is you can add, but it's kind of hard to subtract it. So start right back here. Just going to come forward with it, lay down a nice little body here until we get to about 2/3, 3/4 the hook right there. Okay. See, that's just fairly straight body, just like that. Okay, now we're going to take our elk here, alright, and what we're going to do is going to take just a few hairs there. He's going to cut them out of this patch. Come up with something about like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to just take and just comb the little woolly boogers out with our fingers. Okay. We'll take that and put it in our hair stack. We're going to stack it. Something like that. I'm going to take those tips out. Okay. Still got a little hoot out there. Now, the different thing about this particular fly is we're going to tie these tips in so they're going to be facing the eye of the hook. Alright, you're going to see the method here in just a second. Sounds crazy, but that's what we're going to do here. Just tie them down just like that. Make sure they're secure. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take and fold them back on themselves. And you take a little tool, you can take your whip finishing tool, or you can just use your finger and kind of guesstimate at it. But here's what we're going to do, just kind of like this. Sometimes it's just easier to use your fingers there. Okay. And how long you want to make it is just past the bend in the hook. Okay, so then we're going to just tie it down just like this. Okay. And you're going to have some extra there. That's okay, don't worry about it. We'll get that out of there in just a little bit. Okay, now take and trim down this part. As you can see, we've got more to trim here. Like a wild night for this little feller, doesn't it? Well, hopefully he had fun. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, this is kind of what you're going to come up with. And if you see, when we get through here, you can take these hairs and actually spread them, make them look like a caddis wing there. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take, just going to layer this down. Yeah, you may want to, if you want to, you can prop these wings up a little bit. Just put a little loop underneath them like that. That'll prop them up and spread them out with your finger. Now at this stage, if you want to, you could put down a little layer of head cement. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of keep those wings in place. Okay. Now, next step, we're going to take our hackle fiber. That's this dry fly hackle. We're going to take a little bit off the barb like that, so we have a tie-in point. Okay. Come up with something like this. We're just going to tie this in right here. Okay. Now, there we go. At this stage, we're going to clean up the eye a little bit. Look, there's a little Goomba sitting there. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take a tad of the Antron, the yarn here, and you got to remember when you get this stuff out, this stuff doubles over. It's going to double over on itself, so you don't want too much. Just trim that off. Okay, so we come up with something like this, and you can do this if you want to. Just layer it down and just pull it up. That's the easy way to do it. Or you can just, let's get our tie-in point right here, which is right here. Okay. To be honest with you, sometimes I think it's just quick to do this. Just come up on itself a couple, 3 times. Like all parachute posts, you just pull it up. I'm going to take and just wrap it around to make a post out of it. Well, let's try that again. Now we're cooking. Okay. Now, there we go. Straighten that up. Both sides have kind of posted up a little bit. Okay. Now all we're going to do is just take and wrap around it 3 or 4 times. Okay. Come right underneath it. Time or 2. Okay. And hold this up. Tie your head off. Okay. We'll finish it. And you are just about done here. Okay. Cut this off. Trim this to your fancy. Okay. And then we've got a little trimming to do here. And here. And here. Okay. And here. Spread these wings out. There you go. My boy's caddis. Let me see what it looks like. Well, you can't really see from underneath.